Today I want to talk about the controversy regarding Mamdani going to Rikers to watch World Cup with inmates and how that's related to the uprising of 25,000 prisoners in Brazil in 2006. So PCC is one of the largest gangs in Latin America. It was started in a prison in São Paulo, Brazil, and their history is a little too long to go into in this one video, no matter how much I want to tell you about the bananas nicknames that these founders had. But to stay on track, one of the objectives of the PCC was to use prison uprisings to fight against facilities that relied heavily on solitary confinement. Well, in 2006, the leaders of the PCC were being transferred to a facility like that. In response, they coordinated uprisings in 29 different prisons and attacks on public buildings. But here's a detail that stood out to me. This all happened around the time that the PCC leaders secured dozens of TVs so that inmates at their prison could watch the World Cup. With the transfer, they would miss a lot of the Brazil games. And if you don't know, football is a huge cultural deal in Brazil and part of its national identity. So when time came to negotiate with authorities to stop these uprisings, one of the demands that these leaders had was that they wanted access to TVs to watch the World Cup. This may sound absurd, but notice how Mamdani recognizes the significance of bringing in these inmates into this cultural event, and how even in the middle of all this chaos and all the grievances that they had, that the leaders of the PCC still felt was significant to add access to this cultural event into their demands. There are 5 main philosophies when it comes to the purpose of incarceration. 1, to punish someone for their transgressions. 2, to remove them from society to prevent harm. 3, to discourage this crime from happening again. 4, to require this person to make repairs. Or 5, to help this person become someone who can be reintegrated in society. So I want to ask, does accountability mean confinement to a life devoid of joy and participation? In seeking justice, sometimes we talk about joy and participation as if they were rewards, but it can be argued that these are human needs that are necessary for restorative justice and reintegration. And dehumanizing someone overlooks the fact that we are all still capable of transgressions. Part of having a society to reintegrate into and make amends with requires us to have connection to it, to have our humanity acknowledged, and to believe that there is a society that will accept us if we hold up our end of the social agreement. If you're not even allowed to feel joy for the larger collective when there's no personal gain in it, then what is there left to do but disappear or fight against what forces us to perish? What do we draw from when time comes to make amends, to change, to contribute? How can we feel empathy when our emotions are forcefully limited? And what do we have to look to on the other side?